Life? It's a magazine. How much does it cost? It costs 50 cents. Remember that song? I don't think they even print it anymore now, do they? No. So, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay. Today's lecture topic has to do with your life, my life, how we choose to live it. When we all went to school, we were taught certain things, and most of what we were taught was junk. So far as actually learning things of practical value, it was never given to us. And the reason is, it was deliberately omitted. So we're the ones that need to get to the place of including in our lives practical things that work for us, that help us live life more successfully. Now, I used a big word that's a small word and yet is an unknown word in many people's language, and that is karma. It's Sanskrit, and it simply refers to action. For every action, there is an equal reaction. As you sow, so shall you reap. Now, some of you may have heard that because it happens to be in a religious framing that's familiar with our culture. But it's still the law of cause and effect. There is cause and then there is effect that matches the cause. So, what do you want? What do you want to experience? What really are you looking for in your life? Well, whatever it is, you better take into account that you're the one who's going to be creating it, and you create it by what you sow. By what you think, what you feel, what you do. If you want happiness, peace, love, and friendship, then by golly gee, you better be happy. You better put effort into being happy. You better be putting effort into experiencing living peace from within out, and then generating love, loving yourself first and foremost, and then allowing that to spread into and touch others. And friendship? Well, how about being a friend? Somehow or another it is that this culture has gotten things so warped that it says you go out and you buy it. You go out and you make it. Not that you live it from within and then attract it to yourself. Life doesn't just happen. Although you hear that life happens. What a brain-dead realization. Life includes you. It requires our participation. If you want to experience life that has relevance and meaning to you, then you have to live the relevance, you have to put the meaning into your life, and then you'll find, oh, yeah, now we're getting into something, because you see what we're talking about is creation. Another thing that I'm sure you experienced in kindergarten, and then every grade after that, because it was so important, and that is you were reminded continuously you're a creator. One of the first times I heard that was after I reached my 20s. And when it struck my ears, I thought, what's this? I thought life happened to me. And that is the ignorant approach that life happens to you instead of the awakening approach that life happens through you. It happens because of you. This is the law of creation, where we put the two together of life happening and requiring our participation. Now, where we are, we're finding things all over the place that don't necessarily meet with our approval. The way things are being shown, the way the government is being run, the way that education is, the way that welfare is, all of these are things that, who wants to accept that? So there's a big resistance. But have you ever stopped to think that if you ever want to change anything, You have to first come to a place of accepting it the way that it is. Otherwise, all you're doing is you're just wasting your breath. You're generating energy that is not benefiting to anyone. So, I know, this is all challenging to you. You want to go back? It's time for a nap. Take 15 minutes, and then you can wake up and have your graham crackers and your milk. Okay. For us to grow, and I'm just inserting that like out of the blue. Grow? I thought that was over. No, it's ongoing. In order for us to grow, you must change. I don't have to make any change. You're the one who needs to change. And not only that, but my salary needs to get better without me doing anything about it. So, what I'm really saying is look again and see that if you're going to have this thing called karma work in your favor, you're going to have to karmically work in favor with life and be willing to do what is giving you the opportunity to do, and that is learn and grow. You see, so far as our educational system, if it really were an educational system that worked and worked well, it would recognize that the first thing it needs to do is help everybody realize this is what life is all about. It's learning and growing. And if you really want to grow, then you need to open yourself up and take responsibility for your own growth. All around us, life is mirroring to us who we perceive ourselves to be. And we mirror our perceptions on it. So we need to take responsibility for what is in our life. If we don't like what's in our life, blame it on somebody else. That's the way that's going about right now. And so far as breaking down the barriers are up and they're up for a design. And I assure you that the design is not to help you help yourself. So you have to take into account that you're the one who's going to make a difference, and you're the one who's going to have to take the steps to make the difference. And please, the first step is no important than the last step. And the last step is no important than the first step. Past, present, and future are all connected. It takes some paying attention to come to that realization instead of waking up in the morning and turning on your television to see what kind of sad story is available to you now. You have to wake up and realize you need to turn off that and tune into yourself. Because the fact of the matter is, you're deliberately being programmed to think certain thoughts and to generate certain feelings. Here's something in your favor, karmically, and that is, you cannot think two thoughts at the same time. That's a blessing! It really is. It may be disguised, but nevertheless it's a blessing because you see, if you cannot think two thoughts at the same time, you can then choose what you will think and fill your awareness with such thoughts. And hey, if you're really in harmony with yourself and you really want to have your life be a blessing and to feel the experience of living a blessed life, then these are the thoughts that you need to be thinking. These are the attitudes that you need to be taking on. Filling your awareness with that, and then you're going to find that karma will say, okay, you got that up and running? Then, because that is the cause you're generating, then I'm going to give you the effect. But I'm going to give you the effect through you because that is you as a creator creating that cause. Now, here we are, and we're learning. We're growing. We're making all of these wonderful strides and efforts. And then comes in the law of giving. And the law of giving basically said, okay, What you've claimed that you have learned, you're going to reveal to yourself by what you give. I hear people make promises to me. Reverend Caraway, I'm going to give you all the money you need for your church right after I hit the lotto. You can help me with that if you'll give me the numbers. You think I'm kidding? It's hilarious, but it's also revealing. And I say, well, how much do you have to give me right? Well, Reverend Caraway, I don't have much at all. And I am myself this close to saying, could there be a correlation between your relationship to abundance and the abundance that's manifesting in your life? Could it be that the law of giving really is saying to you, you've got what you've got because of what you've got? You want to see a change in that? Then open yourself up and start seeing yourself as a creator and give so that you can receive. Is this karmic? Well, mostly what we see is karma. You bad boy, you. I'm going to give you a dose of bad karma. You bad girl, you. You're earning all of the trials and the tribulations that you rightfully deserve because of. I just don't feel good about you today. Haven't we heard that of God too? You know what? Some people, they just tick me off. Have I slipped you now? Okay. Hey, look. We get these notions about the way life is when the fact of the matter is it has been working well and will continue to work well. But it is for us to wake up and get in harmony with it if we want to see things change. So, rewards. We all look for them. There's no doubt about it. If we ever get to the place where rewards are unimportant, then we won't be here probably. We'll probably be somewhere else. So consider for a moment now. They have a lasting value. But their value is connected with our persistence in living the state of life that then makes them available to us. It requires persistence on our part. I know that you know right now that your life is probably more challenging than it has ever been. And you don't even know why all of the time. I mean, the intensity of the energies that are in the atmosphere are just amazing. And you may call yourself a really good person and say, why God me? And I'm saying to you, hey, there's nothing really wrong with your goodness. It's just that right now it's requiring more effort on your part than it used to. Can you remember when you were a kid? Wasn't life fun? Wasn't life a blast? What happened? Now you can't blame it on growing up, but you can look again and see, okay, I wasn't taught anything in school to help me help myself. I've got to learn it now. And what I learn now, I put into practice. And what I put into practice, then I give it. I give it and I receive. And what I receive is feedback to me on what I'm actually giving. This is the way cause and effect is designed to work. We learn by doing. This is our education ongoing in life. It's a blessing, but it also reveals to you that you get back whatever you put out. It's that simple. Cause, effect. You get back what you put out. The total value of something is a direct result of the energy and intent that is put into it. So, it's up to you. Always has been, always will be. It's up to me. Always has been, always will be. If we in ourselves open up and begin to live this, then we will attract help to us to help ourselves, because help is right there for us. Thank you for your attention.
For more information about the Metaphysical Church of Enlightenment or the Rodin Foundation, please go to our website at www.rodin.org. If you have been inspired by the revelations shared in these podcasts, please donate to the Rodin Foundation's ongoing efforts to help others help themselves at www.rodin.org/donate.